Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We are playing the vanilla version on Expert Iron Man. This is 5 rogues, 1 priest. Alright. Doing some more training on our rogues because their weapon skills aren't the best. Seekers. Too much? I was thinking of... Yeah, let's train our ranged. Because we get some stealth training here too at the same time. Getting more hits than I thought we'd get. Hey Igloo, welcome in. How are you doing today? Nice.
Our will prevails.
Good training there.
Candace. Candace.
I'll have to decide when I want to fight Gregor. We need less than 1,000 experience and then the priest can get magic screen.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Wow, that swarming roach has 18 hit points.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Hey Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? This place needs an exterminator, he says. Indeed. I guess that's our job right now. This will probably be level up.
That's the ticket.
Nope, it wasn't. 565 is a little too short. I need about 400, a little less than 400.
This dust up will be dead easy. If I didn't say so myself. Secundus. Delightful.
There's Jimmy's level. All right. Magic screen, no doubt. I think start training on that too.
A fight like this is simple.
Here now, that's better.
Excellent. So we already killed King Crab. Let me try to cast Magic Screen Power 7 here. Just to see what our resistances will be. 60-ish. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Huge help.
Relax. This fight will be easy.
Right here, bro.
Take this!
Quill legging will be an upgrade for some people. Yeah, we still got quite a few upgrades we can do there with armor.
Got some news.
Spike stones.
Come back and
My pleasure.
Try to get everybody some armor upgrades if possible.
Fortune will see us crush this enemy.
don't remember if I already got the coffins. I'm assuming I did. Next to Gregor. We'll apply our level ups and then go after Gregor. Need magic screen 7 though. Wow. Was that 5 failures in a row?
Relax. This fight will be easy.
Take this!
Alright, let's see if we can get one more leg armor or something.
Got some news. Come back and
See you around.
Jimmy says, can all classes sprint like that? I can't remember if I saw monks running that fast. Yeah. Yes, they can. Alright, let's apply some level ups. I don't think I want to apply level 6. I'll have to think about it. Hey, Severb and Tim, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Doing great, Tim. Glad to hear that. Thanks for giving Severed the shout out, Jimmy. I'm sure that was you. Getting ready to fight Gregor here. Trying to decide if I want to apply more level ups. If I do one more, we're going to have stronger monsters fighting us when we go to the upper, so I don't really don't want to do that. Let's get a light cast here. Back for another round of D Forte? Yes. Alright, how many turns? Perfect. Let's see what we can do against Gregor. It's going to be tricky with this party. First things first, we need to move the priest back. I don't want them getting paralyzed. Ooh. Ah, what a scam. Gregor got pulled in. Okay. This is time for a stink bomb, I think. Should throw in 33, yep. You gonna scam us? We're gonna scam you right back. Gregor get hit by that. He did get hit. He took 9 damage. Okay. I think I'm gonna do a guardian angel on the priest. $134 hit points. So yeah, about the exterminator, Jimmy says exactly. Insects everywhere. Ooh, that was a good sleep. The fairy stick put it to sleep, and it was the last thing that went. So now Gregor loses this whole round, even if we wake him up. Sever says Gregor scam. He is. He's the ultimate scam artist. The ironic thing is I'm pretty sure it's a female. I think it'll say she or her. Like if she runs. Which is weird considering they gave it the name Gregor. Igloo says, I'm kind of curious if people rage quit when they get to Gregor and don't play the game. There could be some rage quitters.
We win. It was nothing.
Alright, good training. Let's see if we came in here and got this stuff. Probably did. Yep. I'm guessing we did not fight this floating head over here, though.
This will be good practice.
We can actually turn this. We're a priest. And you know what? I have not prayed once in the game. I need to do the praying thing more often.
Take this.
Wow, even with magic screen, 4 of them turned insane. That thing is OP.
Nuli Sucundus. Nuli Sucundus. Merupe.
Alright, spiders, you're next.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
What? This is a random encounter.
Sucundus. Delightful.
These are the ones that are going to drop as soon as we get close enough. Like that.
Here it come. This way.
Game's trying to scam us, guys. We've seen enough. Enough scams to know when to pull one on them.
They don't look tough at all.
Jimmy says the game is always trying to scam us. It is. That's a guarantee. Guaranteed scammage in Wizardry 8. Tim says the scam programmers worked at Surtech. They became pro. They started in Wizardry 1 where they make your attributes go down when you level up. That was the first scam. First scam ever. Level up, you lose. I just picture Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory, and at the end where they violated the term of service and the contract, and he's like, you lose. You level up and you lose. Hey, we got 3 powders. Just bash them with a rolled up newspaper. Okay. We are ready for the upper monastery. Make one more pit stop by Burrs. Igloo says the original one's still the best. Not sure why they ever tried to remake it. Yeah, I love the original with Gene Wilder. You know exactly the answer to that, Igloo. Money. Money is the reason why.
Got some new stuff in stock.
That's what all of those remakes are for, because they're sure as heck not going to make an improvement. Is there anything I want to grab here? Is everybody with ammo? Alright, looks okay.
I'm back in.
See you around.
You guess when you were too young, you were the same way, didn't appreciate the original Star Trek for a long time? Yeah. It's the same way with game remakes. Everybody is always whining about, I wish they'd remake these games or whatever. And then sometimes when they're remade, they're worse. You know, it's like, don't don't always think it's going to be better when it's remade. Sometimes it's a lot worse. Not always. There's a few rare ones that are better remastered or remade, but
Secundus.
okay, Upper Monastery. Here we come.
Huh? Nobody's here. I wonder where they went. Everyone, look here. This dust up will be dead easy.
What do I want to do here? These guys are actually kind of nasty. Let's try paralyze. The gods responded with a magic missile to his butt. Nice. Alright, see if we can sneak up on these. Ooh, level 7. Those are rabbits. Okay, we are definitely using some bombs here. Let's see. Someone has a cherry bomb. Give that to you. Okay. Time for a double bomb.
Enough already! Won't someone help me here?
You got double bombed. Severus says the reason I hate monster scaling in this and Final Fantasy VIII is there are 2 advancement mechanisms in play for the characters, and if you don't have them both sufficiently advanced, you can find yourself in over your head real quick. Yes. Very true. These games require a lot of experience to be good with that. It's not the type of game where you can just jump in and play and expect no issues by just grinding. But you don't want every game to be the same, you know? We don't want every single game to be like Final Fantasy 1 or Wizardry 1. So it's good that we have choices. Sometimes you want level scaling, sometimes you don't. We did it.
An object.
Now we can train the priest. Their magic really high.
An object. An object. Something valuable.
Jimmy says in Final Fantasy VIII you can cheese it by never leveling. but upgrade your party's weapons so you can conceivably fight the last boss at level 1. And she scaled to level 2. Yeah, that's not good.
An object.
Wizardry 8 does a pretty good job. You have a mix. Set encounters
Something valuable.
that aren't level scaled and random ones that are, and then they have caps in certain areas. So overall that works fairly well. It's definitely not perfect.
Great. Great.
Games where you don't get training on skills, level scaling's a bigger problem. But since you get training in Wizardry 8 on skills, that offsets that somewhat. And save scumming defeats anything. If you do enough tries, you'll be able to get through pretty much anything. That's why Iron Man is... Playing a game on easy mode Iron Man is leagues harder than playing on expert with save scumming. I need to get that on my tombstone. Alright, let's see here. I am going to save my bombs. I don't need them for this. Oh, Ageless! Thanks for the raid and welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome, Raiders. What were you streaming today? Okay, thanks for giving Ageless the shout out there, Jimmy. I was just about to ask. You're doing good? You just got done with a few hours of Almanage. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've seen you play that quite a bit lately. Is that the one that you have a love-hate relationship with, or am I thinking of a different one? I am playing Wizardry 8 Expert Iron Man, so if we die, it's game over. We have a 5 rogue, 1 priest party. Probably a different game, but that's also you with most games. I gotcha. So what are the pros and cons of Elmanage? Elmanage Gothic is one of Hertzina's favorites, Jimmy says.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
It's definitely a close Wizardry clone. It uses a lot of AD&D mechanics, like spell slots and lower armor class being better. Gotcha. If I remember right, though, you don't pre-memorize spells, right? You just have a set number of spells, but you can cast any spell on the fly in that realm. So it's kind of like spell points that are all the same. Okay, gotcha. That's one of the differences with like Wizardry compared to D&D. You don't have to pre-memorize In D&D, it makes it so much harder because you have to pre-memorize, which is good and bad. You know, makes it where you have to be a heck of a lot more prepared, and you have to have a lot more options in D&D. But that's also frustrating if you've memorized like Snake Charm and you never run into any snakes. So, good and bad in both. Has a few classes that you haven't seen in Wizardry games, like Servant. What does Servant do? Ageless says, I like that mechanic in D&D. It makes magic feel more real. Yeah, it's a lot harder. I like it both ways, but the D&D way, you have to really prep a lot more. Jimmy says, I could have sworn the company that did the Japanese Wizardry remakes did Elmanage, but maybe that's just a similar engine. So that company is called Dracom, the one that owns the rights to Wizardry. So I don't know if that tells you anything or not. Igloo says, I think in D&D, technically you need the reagent to cast a spell too. Yes. Well, for only certain classes like magic users. For clerics and stuff like that, you don't. They just need like their holy symbol. And illusionists a lot of times don't need any reagents. And a lot of times druids just need like the same old type for most, like holly berries or whatever. Or mistletoe, something like that. Well, I'm talking first edition. First edition D&D, because that's all I pretty much do.
Something valuable.
Servant is a class that can hold items in battle that get used every round. Like one item is black tea and restores 1 magic point to all characters. So you have to like pre-choose during combat, during that round, which item they're going to hold. Class itself is extremely weak. What do we want to do with these guys? Just get some training on them, I guess. You're not really sure? You haven't used one, but that would make sense. Okay. Yeah, in the game I'm working on, Forteverse, I have added in, like, there's so many new classes that you probably never heard of. But, one of them is an artificer, which uses magic items, kind of like that a lot more. Similar concept. Or a scribe, where they can use and make all kinds of scrolls that are similar. So you can get your hands on different magic realms that normally you couldn't get all on one caster type. Yeah, there's so many things like that that haven't been implemented in games. I'm excited to put in. Gotta get through all the gold box games before I get back to that. I'm almost done with Silver Blades. Yeah, I'm doing it all myself. I appreciate the help. But yeah, I like going back to the old days of gaming where the developer did everything. That's, you know, obviously I can't do like super great animation and all that kind of stuff, but with AI art I can do a lot of static graphics and stuff. And of course I can do any kind of programming, so yeah, it's I to being done, the engine. I actually had the arena available for people to test, but I only had a few testers volunteer. That was 2 or 3 years ago. So since I didn't see a lot of interest, I put it on the back burner. Yeah, I have a website for it in case you wanted to see the details on what it's about. I have all the classes and races and stuff mentioned. It actually is online. The store updates on the fly, the main store in the game. So you can go in there and see all the weird items that get generated. Every so often it refreshes with some new items. I have over 1 million different types of items that can be generated. So you can end up with some really interesting combos. All right, I'm going to do some training on this trap. Let's see. Let's turn off speech and sound. Be a tester, definitely volunteering yourself. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. If you want to just get more info on it, go to forteverse.com. That's the website. So FORTAE and then verse, VERSE.com. And if you go to any of my YouTube videos, there's a link that will take you to the Discord channel. And then on the Discord channel, there's a Forteverse channel where I post stuff. I haven't posted on there in a while because I haven't worked on it in a while. The engine's like, I'd say 85-90% done. And then I've just been putting in some content for the game world. It's gonna be one of those games. Think of Dwarf Fortress. It's gonna be one of those games that I always work on. And the game world will be live, but it'll always be expanded. I had a few people volunteer to do voice acting, so I have their personalities in there when characters are created. I think I have 10 personalities maybe, which is fun. It's similar fashion to how Wizardry 8 works with the voices, with bantering and stuff. But I'm hoping eventually at some point AI will be able to generate dynamic voices so that I can create, thousands and thousands. It's not to that point yet. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Ageless will soon be a resident of the Forteverse. Yeah, the coolest thing that I'm proud of that I've implemented with that I'm excited for people to be able to do is you can tag team with your friends. So I made the permissions on control of parties very granular. So you can grant permissions to your friends, and you can pick which friends to control which characters, and can even control which actions they can do on which characters. So if you want to co-op a play, you could have like one player controlling the party, navigating everything. And then when you get into fights, it would, depending on the controls you had set up, then your friends could help you fight or do whatever the actions they want to do for certain party members. You could have your own party too, of course, but the co-op party play would be fun. And then they just get to see you're all seeing the same thing, but you can dial in what types of actions they can do. So then it's more like a true paper pencil experience where you can be playing together, that's going to be fun. Thanks for giving Jeff the shout out, Jimmy. Jeff says, "Trapped forever to take care of Mr. Snippy, like Homer Simpson on that one episode of The Lobster." Sever says, "No AI voice work, live voices." Hey, if I had volunteers, I would, but I just don't have enough volunteers. I can only do so much, so I got to use AI. And when I say AI, I'm not talking about the fake voices that sound terrible. It would still be customized. Jeff says, "I agree with Sever. We don't need AI. We just need D4Day voicing everything." That would be so dumb. It'd be like on Scooby-Doo. You know that Casey Kasem does like 90% of the voices? And you'd be like, wait a minute, that guy sounds just like that other guy. And it was just Casey Kasem doing them all. Regular D4Day Classic, Fat Albert D4Day. Yeah. My wife actually is one of the voices, by the way. She's the one of the female nice personalities. You're volunteering for voice work? Heck yeah, Ageless. I'm always looking for the volunteers for that. It's fun. I think I have probably 5 to 10 base personalities left that I need implemented. Like, I might have one called honorable, one that's angry, one that's annoying, one that's apologetic, that type of stuff. So then I just come up with the lyrics and the phrases to say, and there's separate MP3s basically, and then the game engine will trigger them and fire them when appropriate. It's always funny to me when I get surprised by my own game. Like, they'll do talk when they're idle sometimes, kind of like how Wizardry 8 does. And one time I left my laptop on, and I had my mom do one of the voices too. And so I hear my mom saying something, kind of like, "Oh, let's get on with it." And I was like, "What the heck was that?" And then I realized that I still had the window open, and she was doing her voice acting because the party was just standing there. Igloo says, if they can't make Darth Vader's voice with AI, if they can, then it can do anything. Jeff says, what kind of voice would you do, Ageless? Oh, you got to do the annoying voice. Yeah, like I have one that's like kind of like uncouth or barbaric, personalities like that. Aegis says, I have no idea. I'll have to wait and see what the voice prompts and stuff would be. Yeah, if you really are interested, let me know. Just go over to Discord or whatever, send me a message, and I can tell you what's available. I could always have duplicates, like another honorable or another friendly personality or whatever. And of course, I put volunteers in the credits. you're very much not joking. You would love a volunteer to help you out with anything. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will definitely get you a list then. Then you can pick from the list. And usually I tell people when they record, on average, it seems to take people about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do all the voices. So it's not like excruciating. And you can split it up because they're all just separate sound files, you know. Getting some good training. The idea of someone making a video game on their own is insanely cool to me. Jeff says, did you ever play Neverwinter Nights 1? If so, do you remember the Kobold Bard? Deacon, he's so funny. No, I have not. His song is Doom, 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 Doom. Kobolds in D&D, first edition at least, they are very cruel creatures. Like they like to torture things and they're just very evil. I don't know if it changed in later editions, but if you look at Monster Manual 1, it talks about that. Because people kind of see them as cute sometimes, you know, because they're small and everything, but they are really evil. Deaking is very cruel to your eardrums by being annoying. It can't be as annoying as that one game you were playing, Jeff, where you had that instrument, that flute or whatever, that was super obnoxious. I don't remember the name of it, but the Horde, yeah, that's what it was. That was the worst. It was awful. We're getting some good training here on our priest. Since she's our only caster, we want her well skilled. Jeff says, you know, the funny thing is, I didn't even see a drop in my average viewership with that flute. If you would have had cranked up the sound loud, you probably would have. But you didn't have it that loud. Thank goodness. It was really loud for you. Asia says the Horde, where they allow the PC to have a crazy good item, but it literally torches the actual player. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like when games give items that are really strong but have a bad side effect. Like curse type items, if they could be strong but also have a really bad negative. I've always been a fan of games that have that. So that you have a choice, you know. Do you risk the negative to get some cool, unique positive? But yeah, if anyone wants to just play around with the arena in Forteverse, let me know. Go over to my Discord. Send me a private message. I can set you up an account. You can create your parties and do fights in there and everything. Just to play around. Or if you want to volunteer for voice acting too, just let me know. Igloo says System Shock 2 kind of did that, but you could always just get the assault rifle and switch ammo to kill anything. Jeff says, I always hate cursed items because I'm always like, wow, this item's amazing. And he quips in, WTF, I'm cursed. Who could have saw that coming? It's really bad if a game doesn't have a way for you to easily either remove the curse or at least to detect it. Ageless says, me with the ragged cloak. Yeah. I'm also a big believer in games giving surprises to the players. You don't want it to always be predictable. Even if it's a bad surprise, that can be good. Because if it's totally predictable, it'll really lose replayability. Dev says bad surprises make the experience fun and exciting. Yeah. I agree. I know not everyone agrees with that, but I do. All right, where are we at? 66 mental. All right, I think we're ready to move on. Nicholas says games have to be designed to be only be a certain length or complexity, because generally people won't play a game for 1,000 hours from my experience. Jeff says that's why when you step into an anti-magic zone in Wizardry, you're all fudged and you're panicked, you don't have a good map. That's when dungeon crawling is maximum fun. I think you would like the Bard's Tale, Jeff. Bard's Tale is the ultimate for that kind of deal. Asia says, is D4 game reviews your Discord? Oh, you have to have a private invite. So if you click a link off of one of my videos, it'll have a link to that. But yes, that is what it should be called. If you join from the link out of the comments section, then you'll be in there. Okay, we can finally move on. We've probably generated a ridiculous number of seekers. Let's check it out. Oh, look at the red down there. There's probably 50-ish in here. Man, I do want to fight this. Let me see how many bombs I have. Okay, 2 bombs. One day you're gonna have to play the Bard's Tale, Jeff. No, not the NES version. No, you got to get the remastered. Um, and play that. The remake from 2019. But hey, you can play that on Xbox. It is on the Xbox if you got to go console. Jimmy says we should add a link to the Discord in your Twitch bio. I think it is in there. I'm pretty sure it is. Or maybe it's to my YouTube, and then from there you could get it. The remaster looks ugly to you, Jeff? Okay, let's see here. Where's the best place I can step? Can't tell here. We're probably not going to get all these. We're only going to get a few.
Here now, they're ganging up on me.
I wait. You attack first.
Good news is combat ended. So I could potentially do something else. I think I used up all my sticks too. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to throw here. Supposedly the Famicom version of Bard's Tale is better than the NES version. You don't know why? Kind of funny when the Famicom version of a game is totally different from the NES. For example, Maniac Mansion, the Japanese version is so bad. I feel like when they do that, it's because they completely did the game over. Like it's not really a port, you know? Yeah, I don't have any other bombs. This is going to be a rough fight. Let me see what level these are.
Our foe lurks beyond.
5. A lot of these are actually injured.
This stuff will be dead easy.
What the?
Now this
There's
is
even
just too
more.
much.
$31. Hey, Zombo, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You almost missed it, yep. Yeah, 31. That's more hidden. Yeah. It's ridiculous. A lot of these are injured, so I'm just going to try to shoot from here. And then we'll do a prayer and hope that the gods respond with a magic missile that hits a whole bunch of them. Holy moly. back into the door like this.
Enough already! Won't someone help me here?
That one's at full health.
Monsters everywhere!
Here now. Something's creeping up on us. Enough already! Won't someone help me here?
Okay, time to do a prayer. Let's see what happens. Bless. It gives us a bless. The gods disappointed. The gods disappoint us.
I am in need of firing barbs.
Hang on a second, guys. I gotta let my dog out real quick. I will be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Finish off these seekers. Hey, Yor, welcome to the stream. How are you
Look at
doing?
those things.
Yor has been playing Wizard's Crown. You're doing okay? Glad to hear that. Wizard's Crown. Oh, you did beat it. Nice.
Enough already. Won't someone help me here?
I didn't want to give you a spoiler last night about beating it. Longest game you've streamed so far? Yeah, you had 10 parts on that, right? 57 hours, yeah.
Here now, that's better.
So what did you think about it overall? What do you rate it? Oh, and thanks for giving Yor the shout out there, Jimmy. You haven't done your video yet? Overall, it's good. Could stand to be less long. Gotcha. Yeah, back in the day, games that were long were amazing because you didn't have many games to play. So you wanted games to be really long.
Use is extinguished.
But nowadays, with all the selection, I totally get why people don't want games to be long. Do you think it had a bunch of unique stuff? Overall, probably a positive rating. Which that's a big deal coming from you, Yor. Definitely unique. He says, yeah, LMAO. We just know that's your personality, Yor, and we like you for that. We like your honesty, your brutal honesty. Or at least I do. Some people might get offended. Like some of my older YouTube videos where I didn't rank games high. For some people that loved games, they get offended. Like, bro, if you're getting offended by a review that someone makes, you got some serious problems. You probably liked it above the Gold Box games, at least the ones you've played so far. Yep, totally understand. We're gonna get some good stealth training here. Let's get Bless going again. DC told you that he loves that. You have different opinions of the games than him. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. And every game deserves some love. So even games that most people hate, you know, it's great when somebody loves them. I'm gonna have to retreat through this door here. I already did my prayer. Let's get a little stamina back here. Jimmy says, I get offended when D4J likes the games I like. And yours says, but he had never played Wizard's Crown and now he wants to. DC? Yeah, that's cool. That's even better. When somebody sees someone else play a game and then find it interesting.
this.
Rex Bellator asked me about Scavengers of the Mutant World, which I never heard of, and now I may have to add that one in. Yeah, I've never heard of that either. I'll be eager to see what you think of Darklands. I know you got that on your list. Darklands is way off. Yor says, seems like an obscure 1988 DOS post-apocalyptic CRPG with CGI graphics. Okay, so there's another one that's reminding me of. Now I can't remember the name of it. There's another SSI game, actually. It's post-apocalyptic like that. Can't remember what it's called. I started a review on it years ago and I never finished it.
Now this is just too much.
What the? 7 more seekers? Game's cheating. Time to blind you guys.
Out of range.
We're gonna get a lot of good stealth training out of this. Have you predicted or tried to calculate about how long it's going to take you to get through all the games you have planned? Just taking a kind of a average guess on hours to play a game. Because I know your list has to be huge. Years for sure. It says, haha, no. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like, are you going to take a break on that to play some games you actually enjoy? Because I wouldn't want you to get burned out on gaming. Jimmy says, is the SSI one you're thinking of VGA? No, it's definitely color CGA. There's an SSI game that I think used the Dark Sun engine, or it's very close. I remember it being kind of sci-fi fantasy. So there's one called Bad Blood that I have a review on. That's EGA. Well, no, it's VGA. But that's probably not what you're thinking of. But no, the one I'm thinking of is like... Oh, gosh, I can't even think of the name of it. But basically, you're in the future, and you feel like you're in a semi-truck or something weird. Can't remember the name of it. You don't just do CRPGs back to back. You got somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 games to play. About 180 of them are CRPGs. Okay. Gotcha. So much training. Oh, you backfired sleep? Wow, what's her throwing? 8, no wonder. That's pretty ironic. A fairy fumbling fairy powder. Yours says DC said he was going to play an SSI game. That's it. Thank you. Roadmaster 2000. That is what it is. I couldn't think of the name of it. The Wizard Crown reminded him of it. Yep, that's it. Let's see. Let's have you attack. Yours says, I think Twitch ate this message when I sent it, but the next CRPG for you is My Magic 1. Okay. Well, that's a good one. Hopefully you'll enjoy that one. It's very hyped for it because you love the series and always wanted to beat it. Okay, so you've already played. Gotcha. You just haven't beaten it. Yeah, that's good.
Out of range.
You got War of the Lance in there somewhere?
Out of range.
Gotcha. Yeah, SSI made a ton of games. Or they just went
Look, something's moving over
to
there.
all the gold box. They had a whole bunch of RPGs before them. Let's kill these.
Take this.
My illness is extinguished.
That's better.
Alright, let's throw one more flash powder here.
Take this. Take it. Mom,
Secundus.
We've almost got there, and this will be so much training.
Looks like everyone could use a break.
Too bad I already used my prayer.
Secundus.
take it easy.
Look at those things. Here now, they're ganging up on me.
Stamina's so low.
I think it's time for us to rest.
Oh, you got nauseated?
Better.
You got nauseated. That's why you didn't throw. Can you get on? No. Oh, there's still a bandit out here. Like, where did that bandit come from? Let's defend. Let's do a few defends here. Get back some stamina.
I'm hurt. My illness is extinguished.
Alright, now we can run into this corner. And they get these killed. Jimmy says, on closer inspection, the SSI game I'm thinking of is Entomorph Plague of Darkfall. The box art of Scavengers in the Mutant World kind of reminded me of it. I've never heard of that. There's so many games out there. Kind of ridiculous.
Everyone, look here. Here now, that's better. Yes, that's much better.
Take it easy.
It's a relief.
Monsters everywhere.
That's much better. Already.
Jimmy says Deporte is right. The list of SSI games is like the Epic of Gilgamesh. Just goes on and on and on.
Venus is extinguished.
True.
This is more excitement than I bargained for.
Monsters everywhere.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here. It's a relief.
Monsters everywhere.
After his fight, I'll be done. Tonight's stream. $5,800 experience. Ooh, Jimmy. Jimmy got a level up. Let's apply that real quick. Rest all. Alright, guys. Good place to save it. Good progress. Alright, everyone. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. There's probably all kinds of people on right now. Let's double check. Let's see here. Oh, DC's playing. We'll send you over his way. DC Bueller. He's doing a short stream. It's all relative though, right? Oh. He's not accepting incoming raids. Okay. Well, guess that's not happening then. I've never seen that message before. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.